Welcome back to the Sports News Analysis YouTube channel. My name is Mike. I'm continuing my Week 8 recaps and analysis. This video is for the game between the Oakland Raiders and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This was played out in Oakland. Oakland winning this game 21-18. This game got off to a very good start for the Raiders. Terrell Pryor in the first play from scrimmage, a 93-yard touchdown run to get the Raiders out to a 7-0 lead. They seem to really build on that throughout the game. They get up 21-3 out of the gates at halftime. And although they didn't even score a point in the second half, they still win the game 21-18, hold off a late rally by the Steelers. And, the Steelers did mount a comeback in the fourth quarter, but their offensive woes continue, most notably on that offensive line. Roethlisberger was sacked 5 times today. Also, their lack of a running game is really getting exposed now. I mean, they had under 50 yards rushing against a Raiders defense that is pretty good, but if they come into a game and hold you under 50 yards rushing and sack you 5 times, certainly not the norm. And the Steelers have to figure out something, certainly on the offensive side of the ball. Their defense used to be a hallmark that you couldn't run on them. Well, today that wasn't the case. I know they had a 93-yard run, but the Raiders almost rushed for 200 yards total. Obviously, with the combination of Pryor and McFadden making up for a lot of that. Roethlisberger throws 2 interceptions. The Steelers missed 2 field goals, which was key in this game as well. You had some inconsistent punting from Zoltan Mesko once again. So the special teams were a mess. The offensive line was a mess for the Steelers. And those were really the key areas that have been hurting them all year and continue to hurt them in this one as well. So heading forward here, the Raiders didn't play great, particularly on offense in the second half, but they did enough in the first half. And there's plenty of things Pryor needs to work on. He did not have a good day passing the ball whatsoever, but you saw how dynamic he can be with his legs. And that touchdown run for the 93 yards to start the game just really, you could tell, just sort of galvanized that team and really sparked them for that first half. And they end up getting out to a big enough lead, okay? You combine that with some missed field goals, an intercepted pass, and in the fourth quarter, I thought the key play of the game was with about 7:50 left. The Raiders intercepted a Roethlisberger pass, and then I think that was the main reason their comeback ended up coming up a little bit short there at the end. But certainly, I think a lot. I know I say this pretty much every week, but the Raiders are playing with a lot more energy. I think that comes from Pryor. They still need to shore some things up on the offensive line, and they obviously need to get a little bit better in the passing game. Eventually, teams are going to take away Pryor completely, you would think, if that's really the only threat that they have as an offense. And I think Pryor can beat teams from the pocket if he stays patient. We'll see how that plays out here the second half of the year. I think that's the difference between the Raiders going like 6-10 or 8-8 or 9-7, is how patient Pryor stays in the pocket when teams aren't allowing him to run. But guys, let me know what you guys thought of this game. Again, just another terrible game for the Steelers. I didn't think they were turning it around after they won the 2 straight because of the ways they won. Their offense still, to me, wasn't really clicking. But let me know what you guys thought of this game. Hit me up in the YouTube comments. Hit me up on Twitter at @SNewsAnalysis. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. I preview and recap every game every week, and I'm always talking the news of the day in the NFL. So be sure to subscribe. Thanks for listening, and have a great night.